Hey peeps, it's Julian here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, such a pleasure to join you. So today we're continuing with the IEB Maths Paper 2 Supplementary 2019 exam. We are on question number 3, which deals with trigonometry. So question A asks us to sketch the graph f of x equals 3 times the cos of 2x. So immediately we can see that it's given us this 3, which is our amplitude, and 2, which is our period. So we know the typical shape of a cos graph looks like this, where it starts off at the highest points, which is on the x, on your y-intercept, goes down, makes a sort of like cup shape. And always remember that C is for cos and C is for cup. So that's just a little tip I remember. Amplitude refers to how high this point, the highest point of the graph is. So in this case it's 3. And also the lowest point of the cos graph, which is -3. And your period means that there are 2 complete cycles of the graph in the range of 360 degrees. So one easy way is that you can just substitute in key values. So we know that when the degrees is 0, if you put in your calculator, you actually type this entire equation into your calculator and then just sub in for the various degrees. So when we sub in 0 degrees first off, we're going to get that 2 times 0 is 1, well 2 times 0 is 0, sorry, and cos of 0 is 1 times 3 is this point here. And also, so that's one key point is at 0. Another key point is when it's at 90 degrees, because the cos of 2x, which would be a 180, cos of 180 is actually 1. So we know that it's this negative, well, it's actually -1. So it becomes -3. Another key point, sub in your calculator, is up here at 180 degrees. We're going to get a maximum of 3 again. Likewise, we sub in 270 and we get this point over here. And when you sub in 360, you'll get that it equals 3. So we have these 3 main points. So if I write that out, it's 0 and 3. And then it'll be 90 degrees and -3. And this is all coming from substituting key values into your calculator. So these are the most important values that we would need to draw. So then we just keep that shape, trying to keep it as neat as possible, and we go through each point. And I'm trying to be, so obviously the neater the better it is for your markers, but something like that, and that should give you your 4 marks. So moving on, we've got question B saying that if g of x equals 2, determine within 1 decimal place the values of x where f of x equals g. So we know that f of x equals 3 times cos of 2x, that's from the previous question. They're saying it equals g of x, which is, of course, 2. So we simplify, solve for x. So we divide both sides by 3. So if there was a 3 here, we equals 2. Divide both sides by 3. So now we get that the cos of 2x should equal 2 over 3. Now we need to find the the reference angle, which the reference angle is your cos inverse, which is your cos to the -1 in your calculator, or shift cos, of 2 over 3. So now we know that our reference angle, so on the calculator I get it to equal 48.19 degrees. So now remember, this is your reference angle for cos of 2x. So that means that 2x equals, and because it's also in the negative plane, plus or minus 48.19, which is your reference angle, plus, don't forget, you need to plus k times 360, because this repeats every 360 degrees. Then just simplifying, just to get it in terms of x, we divide both sides by 2, and we left with the final equation of x equals plus or minus 24.1 degrees plus k times 180. I just erase that to get some more space, and then we just rewrite this as x equals plus or minus 24.1 degrees plus your k 180. Cool. And now just erase that bottom part so we can continue with the question, because they are asking us to find now the values of x in the range of this x is in elements of 0 to 360 degrees. So now we just substitute in for values of k. So we'll start off with the easy one. So if we just let k equal 0, we can then just substitute that k needs to, x now equals plus or minus 24.1 degrees plus 0, okay, because 0 times 180 is still 0. So that means now that x can equal 24.1 degrees, or x can equal minus 24.1. But now, because this negative 24.1 degrees is outside the range that they're looking for, this is not an answer. So we can, so this is one of the answers. We can repeat this process for letting k equal 1. And now I'm not going to rewrite it. I'll just put it straight into my calculator, and I get that x can either equal 204.1 degrees, that's when we use the positive part of that equation, or x can equal 155.9 degrees. And those both fit in our range, so those are both valid answers. And then to double check, we're just going to let k equal 2, and I get that when we keep that it's positive 24.1, I get an answer of 384 degrees. So again, that's out of the range, so that can't be the answer. But when when we're using the negative 24.1 degrees, I get that x equals 335.9 degrees, which is in range, so that's another one. And then I also let x equal minus 1. I've done that on my calculator, and I get two negative values, so that is out of the range of 0 to 360 degrees. So those two answers are null and void. So we've got our four answers then, and then it's always a good idea just to write your final answer in a neat form so your examiner knows what you say is your final answer. So you can say that x is an element of your four answers, so it'll be 24.1 degrees. Try keep the order, so 155. And what's next? 204.1 degrees. And finally, your 335.9 degrees. And that's your final answer for 6 marks. And finally, question C, which is write down the max value of g of x minus f of x. So for this one, we know that g of x will always be 2. So your max value will equal 2 minus the max value of f of x. So find this out, we can actually go back and we can notice that the maximum value of this graph is always going to be either 3 or negative 3. So we can sub either one of those in. So it's your max value will equal 2 minus 3, or your max will equal 2 minus minus 3. This will equal minus 1, which cannot be correct. And this one here equals 5. So therefore, your max difference is 5 units. And that concludes question 3. Before I go, I'd like to say a special thank you to our epic sponsors for making this video possible. Read all about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. If you can't find your answer to the questions you have, you can send us your question and we will respond with a personalized video just for you. And until next time, stay epic.